Literally, as I was just making the statement of how we were talking about logging or like making tallying how many times that we crashed or how many times we had to relog because of something. I literally just crashed when trying to relog because my bestiary didn't complete. Like, are you freaking kidding me? Alright. Let's see if it gives it to me. No, it still says 94%, but it visually shows. Now I can actually click on them and it visually shows that I have all the fish. Whereas before, it visually showed that I have all the fish, but when I clicked on them, the new ones that I caught wouldn't actually pop up. This time they're popping up, but oh, no, I have to discover. There's one that I have to discover. Okay. So, but it should still be more than 94% though. Okay, so I need the exotic. So that would be a 99% though, not a 94. So it's still incorrectly showing though. Okay, so let's double check. Again, make sure that's the only one that I need to physically catch. So I need to rediscover one. Yeah, only one. Okay. So that should have completed it then. So I now have the baby pond number, and it's still only saying 94%. Okay. So I don't know what the fuck is going on. Alright, so I'm gonna try and relog again and hopefully not crash. Okay. Wow. That was a whole lot of shit to do for my fucking bestiary to actually update. That was fucking ridiculous. That was hella ridiculous. Mm-mm. So let's see if this is reset yet. I think it should have. Oh no, wait. How did I miss that? How did I miss that? That's bugged. I'm gonna have to go back and get that. Okay. Hello, Sam. Not much at the moment. Just completing bestiary. Well, working on bestiaries. There's just a couple that I have a little bit of loose ends in. However, I am going to be right back. I did finally get Snowcap to register. It was a whole lot of fucktastic for Snowcap to actually register. I had to relog, which crashed me when I relogged. And then, looking through it, I was missing the baby pond emperor apparently, which I could have sworn I have caught before, but I don't know. But so I had to do a rediscovery of baby pond emperor. I got baby pond emperor, and it still said that I was sitting at 94%, which if baby pond emperor was the only one that I was actually missing, then technically I should have been at 99%, not 94. And even with that, it still never updated to the 99%. So then I had to do another relog, and it finally registered. But it was a whole lot of fucking dumb bullshit just to fucking get my bestiary to register. It was dumb. It was dumb. Like, I don't even know. That's another thing so we've been talking about that quite a bit. It's funny that you bring that up, Walk, because I also says that I have 100% of the rods, which I don't. We are also missing um the uh spirit binder. Um and even previously a couple uh rods ago. So like when they dropped Blade of Glorp, we were missing quite a few of the rods at that point. And I had noticed in that when they dropped Blade of Glorp, I was sitting at 94% of the rods completed or like collected. And when they dropped Blade of Glorp, my completion went from 94 to 95. Now, in theory here, when there's new rods added, shouldn't the number go down, not up? Like, shouldn't it now say 94% instead of 96%? Like, or 95%? Like, why do I now magically have more than what I had, even though I like this rod didn't even exist when I had less rods collected? Like, why is this now part of? I'm not even understanding, and I didn't even collect that rod, so why is my percentage up? Like, what the fuck? Like, so yeah, we've noticed that moving forward, and even now with the newer rods that are dropped, even before collecting those rods, the number doesn't drop. So at that point when uh Boreal Pines dropped in and everything, it still said I had 100% of the rods before even getting any of the rods out of Boreal Pines. So again, the number shouldn't always stay at 100 when new rods that are permanent fixtures are dropping in. So I find it